The fluffy white cat was named Marshmallow, though no one had officially given him that name. It was a title earned from years of sleeping in bakery doorways, rolling in flour sacks, and emerging each morning looking like a powdered ghost with legs. Marshmallow was old, round, dramatic, and deeply convinced that life had wronged him in many ways, mostly by not providing constant food. His meows sounded less like cries and more like theatrical complaints directed at the universe itself. He lived behind a closed-down grocery store where the smells of expired cheese and stale bread haunted the air like memories of better days. Inside that same building lived a mouse named Pip. Pip was small, fast, and far too curious for his own safety. He had lost most of his family to traps, poison, and poor decisions involving shiny wrappers. Pip survived by being alert, sarcastic, and unreasonably brave. He knew Marshmallow very well. Everyone did. Marshmallow was the cat who tried to hunt, but usually gave up halfway to nap. Pip had watched him fail to catch a leaf, miss a butterfly by 3 feet, and once fall asleep mid-stare while plotting an ambush. Still, Pip never underestimated him. Tragedy had taught Pip one thing: danger often looked ridiculous before it struck. Their rivalry began on a rainy night when Pip stole a piece of cheese from Marshmallow's hidden stash. Marshmallow noticed immediately. He screamed. Not a hiss. Not a growl. A full offended scream that echoed through the empty store like a ghost being evicted. He chased Pip through broken shelves, slipped on a puddle, knocked over a shopping cart, and wedged himself inside a cardboard box labeled Noodles. Pip escaped, laughing silently as only mice can. Marshmallow lay there, defeated, staring at the ceiling, wondering when exactly life had turned into a joke. But tragedy has a strange sense of humor. Winter arrived early and brutally. The bakery closed for good. No more flour sacks, no more crumbs. Marshmallow grew thinner, quieter. His meows softened into whispers. Pip noticed too. Food became scarce for everyone. The store grew colder, darker, pipes froze. Nights stretched long and hungry. Pip began leaving crumbs near Marshmallow's sleeping spot, pretending they fell accidentally. Marshmallow pretended not to notice, but he did. He noticed everything now. One night, the store filled with an unfamiliar sound, the snapping of metal traps. Humans had returned. Marshmallow smelled fear and rust. Pip snapped into a trap, and the pain was instant and sharp. His scream was small, but it carried. Marshmallow heard it from the far corner. He froze. This was it. The moment cats dream about. Victory. He stood slowly. His legs shook not from excitement, but from age and hunger. He approached the sound, each step heavier than the last. Pip saw the white blur emerge from the shadows and laughed weakly. Of course it would end like this, eaten by a cat who once lost a fight with a paper bag. Marshmallow looked down at Pip. The mouse was trapped, bleeding, terrified. And suddenly Marshmallow sat down. Pip blinked. Marshmallow sighed. Instead of attacking, Marshmallow began pawing at the trap. Clumsily, painfully, he hit his paw once and yelped louder than Pip. He cursed the trap with a long, offended meow and tried again. After several failed attempts and one dramatic fall backward, the trap snapped open. Pip was free. They stared at each other. Pip didn't run. Neither did Marshmallow. That night, they shared a single crumb of bread. It was ridiculous. It was tragic. It was funny in the way survival often is. Their alliance did not go unnoticed. Other mice whispered. Other cats laughed. A cat and a mouse sharing warmth beneath broken shelves was the kind of story no one believed. They argued constantly. Pip mocked Marshmallow's failed hunting skills. Marshmallow accused Pip of breathing too loudly. They fought over crumbs, over sleeping spots, over absolutely nothing. Yet every night, they curled near each other to survive the cold. The humans returned one final time. Cleaning day. The store would be demolished. Traps everywhere. Poison laid thick like death itself. Pip knew he wouldn't survive another night there. Marshmallow knew it too. When the machines arrived, loud and shaking the ground, Marshmallow herded Pip toward a broken wall opening he could barely squeeze through himself. He shoved Pip out with his nose, then followed slowly, painfully, fur snagging on nails. Outside, snow fell gently. Pip ran ahead free. Marshmallow collapsed. Pip turned back. The fluffy white cat lay in the snow, breathing shallow, eyes half closed, looking oddly peaceful. Pip climbed onto Marshmallow's chest and squeaked angrily, desperately. Marshmallow opened one eye and purred a weak, ridiculous sound. Humans noticed him then. A woman gasped. A man knelt. Marshmallow was lifted, wrapped in a coat. Pip hid inside that coat too, unnoticed. Marshmallow survived. He now lives in a warm home, overweight again, loudly complaining about meals that arrive 5 minutes late. Pip lives behind the walls, stealing crumbs and occasionally popping out to annoy him. They still argue. They still share food. And sometimes, when no one is watching, a fluffy white cat and a mouse nap side by side, laughing quietly at how tragedy accidentally turned into friendship.